If you follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, you will know that this past weekend was the first collegiate race of the season, at least for me and my team. Now, I have a feeling a lot of you guys watching this right now are going, whoa, what's collegiate cycling? That exists? Well, that's what this video is about. In this video, I'm going to try to explain what collegiate cycling is and how it works. Because for me, in 2008, when I graduated high school, I had no idea that collegiate cycling was a thing. The choices I would have made upon graduating high school would have been much different. But even when I did know about collegiate cycling, I still wasn't able to find much information about it. And that's why I'm making this video. So I won't be able to go over every single aspect of collegiate cycling, but I will try to give you a good overview of how it works. This year I am a junior and going into my third year of collegiate cycling. The school I go to is a small school in western North Carolina called Collegiate College. Our school is one of the few schools across the country which offers collegiate cycling as a varsity program. And yeah, that does mean there's scholarship money available for you to go to school while racing your bike. Now, if you're like me, this is music to your ears, since most people in my life said that my obsession with biking will amount to nothing. So if you're looking at going to school in the near future, this is probably something you will want to keep in mind. Okay, let's talk about how collegiate cycling actually works. Collegiate cycling is broken up into three main seasons: mountain bike season in the fall, cyclocross season in the late fall, and road season in the spring. But I should add, at our school, there's only one team. That means under the umbrella of our team, we have road bike riders, mountain bike riders, and cyclocross riders. Many of the riders on our team will compete in multiple disciplines. However, that's not always the case. Some riders will choose to specifically concentrate on one single event. For myself, I primarily focus on dual slalom and downhill events. However, I have been talked into doing several cyclocross and cross-country races here and there. As you probably guessed, my main focus is mountain bike season, which typically encompasses 4 different events: cross-country, short track cross-country, dual slalom, and downhill. Some venues will choose to add a relay race or sometimes replace dual slalom with 4-cross. Compared to regular cycling, collegiate cycling is much more about the team than the individual results. As you know, in general, cycling is a pretty individualistic sport, but that's not the case with collegiate cycling. One of the things that makes collegiate cycling special is when your teammates aren't racing, they're on the side cheering their teammates on. It's very rare that a beginner rider will have a whole group of friends cheering them on while they race. One of the other really cool things about collegiate cycling is that you have the opportunity to try new disciplines. Often, a rider may come in as a road rider but leave as a mountain bike rider. Being surrounded by riders of all backgrounds really helps to expose you to new things, while also giving you the opportunity to broaden your horizons. Now, collegiate cycling is far from perfect. Collegiate events are not the most well organized. Often, there's a lot of waiting, the courses aren't super well marked, and often, the timing is done with stopwatches. And for super short races like dual slalom, where the time difference is measured in fractions of a second, the timing is not always as accurate as it needs to be. But that's okay. Sometimes racing doesn't need to be perfect to be a lot of fun. My personal experience with collegiate cycling has been overwhelmingly positive, and, in my opinion, it's a great way to earn your education while also making a bunch of lifelong friends. In fact, if you want to work in the bicycle industry, there's almost no better place to start. Many of the other riders on the team will also be looking at going into the bicycle industry. And because the conferences are so small, you tend to become really good friends with the competitors of the other teams. In a typical week, we have 1 or 2 days of practice with our team. On top of that, we also have 1 or 2 days of weight training. The rest of the week, we're free to do our own training on our own. Now, a lot of other schools do not have their own trails on campus, but here at Leeds McRae, we're lucky enough to have our own trails on campus. However, it is our responsibility as riders on the team to maintain and build these trails. But as somebody who does that in their spare time anyway, that does not bother me in the least. Now, at times, it does become difficult to balance school, training, and racing. But in the end, it's totally worth it. There aren't many schools I could go to where I have a whole network of friends that I could ride with on any given day. So that's a quick overview of collegiate cycling. Now, if you have any more specific questions about collegiate cycling, leave yours in the comments below. As always, my name is Phil Metz. Thanks for playing bikes with me today, and I'll see you next time.